Some habits seem completely normal. You cancel plans because you're tired. You stay in bed a little longer. You stop replying to messages for a few days. Most people do these things occasionally, but when certain habits quietly become your everyday reality, psychology suggests there may be something deeper happening beneath the surface. Depression isn't always obvious. It doesn't always look like constant sadness. Sometimes it looks like functioning normally while feeling emotionally disconnected from life. And because these habits develop gradually, many people don't recognize them until they've been carrying the weight for a very long time. Here are 7 normal habits that can sometimes be signs of chronic depression. Habit 1. You feel tired no matter how much you rest. Everyone gets tired, but depression-related fatigue is different. It's the feeling of waking up exhausted, even after a full night's sleep. It's physical, mental, emotional. Simple tasks start feeling heavier than they should. Answering messages, doing laundry, making decisions. Things that once felt automatic suddenly require effort. Psychologists believe this happens because depression affects both motivation and energy regulation. The result is a constant sense of exhaustion that rest alone doesn't always fix. Habit 2. You stop looking forward to things. Think about something you used to enjoy, a hobby, a favorite show, a weekend activity. Now imagine doing it and feeling almost nothing. One of the most common signs of depression is something called anhedonia. This simply means a reduced ability to experience pleasure. The activity itself hasn't changed, but the emotional reward that once came with it feels muted. Many people assume they've become lazy or boring. In reality, they may be struggling with emotional numbness. Habit 3. You withdraw from people without realizing it. At first, it feels harmless. You decline one invitation, then another, then another. Eventually, staying home starts feeling easier than engaging with the world. Depression often creates a cycle. Low energy leads to isolation. Isolation increases loneliness, and loneliness deepens emotional distress. The strange part is, many people still crave connection. They just don't have the energy to reach for it. Habit 4. You constantly distract yourself. Scrolling, streaming, gaming, working, sleeping, anything that prevents you from sitting alone with your thoughts. Distraction itself isn't unhealthy. Everyone needs mental breaks, but when every quiet moment feels uncomfortable, psychology suggests there may be unresolved emotional pain underneath. Many people aren't avoiding boredom, they're avoiding feelings, and over time, constant distraction can become a way of escaping emotional awareness. Habit 5. You feel guilty for not doing enough. This habit surprises a lot of people. Many individuals struggling with depression aren't unproductive. In fact, some become extremely self-critical. No matter how much they accomplish, it never feels like enough. There's always more they should have done, more they should have achieved, more they should have been. This creates a painful cycle. The harder they push themselves, the more exhausted they become. And the more exhausted they become, the more guilty they feel. Habit 6. You start feeling emotionally numb. Most people think depression means feeling sad all the time, but many people describe something different. Not sadness, emptiness. It's the feeling of watching life happen around you without fully participating in it emotionally. You smile when you're supposed to smile. You work when you're supposed to work. You function, but inside, everything feels distant. Psychologists often describe this as emotional blunting, and it can be one of the most difficult symptoms to recognize because it feels like nothing, literally. Habit 7. You don't remember the last time you felt excited. Not happy, excited, genuinely looking forward to something, feeling curious, feeling hopeful, feeling emotionally alive. When depression becomes chronic, people often stop imagining positive futures, not because they're pessimistic, but because emotional exhaustion makes hope feel harder to access. Over time, life becomes something to get through instead of something to experience. If you recognized yourself in some of these habits, it doesn't automatically mean you have depression. Many of these behaviors can happen for different reasons. stress, burnout, life transitions, grief, or emotional exhaustion. But psychology reminds us of something important. The habits we repeat often tell a story about how we're doing internally. And paying attention to those patterns is not weakness, it's self-awareness. Because healing usually begins with one simple moment. The moment you stop judging yourself and start getting curious about what your mind may be trying to tell you. If this video resonated with you, comment, "I'm paying attention to my patterns," and subscribe to Inner Patterns for more emotional psychology and self-awareness videos.